Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Dynasty 3890 here with another MLB 16 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. It is Wednesday, July 20th, and we're going to be doing our roster predictions for Friday, the 22nd of July. It's flying by, almost at the trade deadline, and this season's just been flying by. We're going to get into some more roster predictions, so let's get right into it. As you guys can see, I'm still working on that Tampa Bay innings, trying to get that Zobrist for my team, but let's get right into it. And let's go right to the Baltimore Orioles. And we're going to go first off. We're going to go to second baseman Jonathan Scope. He's an 83 overall, but he's in 299 with 16 home runs. He also has very solid fielding, so when you increase just his contact stats, power stats a little bit, because his fielding's high, his overall will jump pretty easily. I say a +1 based off his 299 average, his 16 dingers. I definitely think he is a candidate for an upgrade. Maybe not to a gold, but he should get an upgrade to an 84. Put him right with Darren O'Day on that team. Moving on to the Red Sox, I'm going with Mookie Betts. He's been fighting to get his average above 300. It's now at 302. He does have 18 home runs. Also, his fielding he's way better than a below-average fielder. His arm isn't the best. His fielding should be around a 75 to an 80. Do all that. I say +2, just short of a diamond. I think he's a better player than Xander Bogaerts. I watch the two. I'm a Red Sox fan. I watch them almost every day. Mookie Betts is a better all-around player. It's crazy that he's -3 overall compared to the two, so I'd put him at a 92. Moving on to the New York Yankees, Didi Gregorius has been hitting well for them. He's gotten his average up to 296, also has 11 dingers. Like I said, kind of like Jonathan Scope, because of his good fielding. Once those contact and power attributes increase, overall goes up. I go +2, he's an 83, increased contact and increased power, especially contact, I think. Turning into having a really good, solid season this year. Now going to the Rays, we're going to another shortstop. We are going down to Brad Miller. Now, he has 15 dingers this year. As you can see, he's also a super utility guy. Can play short, second, or outfield. But we're just talking about his attributes. 15 dingers this year. Go with +2. Increase that power, especially versus lefties. You can still hit lefties for power. +2. Make him a 75 overall. Now we're going to the Toronto Blue Jays. We are going to a bronze J.A. Happ, and we're going to make him a silver. He does have, I believe, 12 wins this year, which I don't care. I don't care about the win stat. I don't think San Diego Studios does, but they do. That might help him go up. His ERA is also doing pretty solid at 3.43. That should at least be a silver, not a bronze, in my opinion. So +1, J.A. Happ is now a silver. Now to the White Sox, we're going to their closer, David Robertson. His ERA is now up to 4.14, which is not ideal. It's not awful, but when his whip is 1.49, which is really, that's pretty bad. That's not a gold reliever in my opinion. I'd say go a -1, 84 overall, just based off his track record. I don't drop him too much, but I do see him going down to an 84. Now to the Cleveland Indians, we're going to slugging first baseman Mike Napoli. Here we are right here, 76 overall. We're actually going to go a +2. We're going to make him a silver 78, mostly because of his home runs. He has 21 home runs. I'd say put both his powers around 85. You do that, he's in silver. He's an 81 overall. Now we're going to Detroit Tigers. We're going to their phenom, Michael Fulmer. He's having a great year for a 23-year-old pitching prospect they got, I believe, last year from the Mets for Cespedes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's how they got him. His ERA this year is 2.13, a 1.07 whip, which is great. Like I say, go +2. He's an 82. I'm not sure if he has time this year to get a gold, but if he continues pitching like this, I wouldn't be shocked. Now we're going on to the Kansas City Royals. We're going to another starting pitcher. We're going to Ian Kennedy. I know I flew by him, but he's a silver right now. I'm saying +1. He's a 3.86 ERA, which is not amazing, but he does have over 9 Ks per 9 innings, so I say increase that K per 9 to an 80 or so, maybe a 78, 80. Goes to an 80 overall. Now to the Minnesota Twins, we're going to Joe Mauer. I've mentioned him about a couple weeks ago that he just wasn't hitting. Well, he's still not hitting. He's only hitting 265. His contact total should not be 84 versus right, 75 versus left. I say a -2. He's now a bronze card. To the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, we're going to reliever Fernando Salas. His ERA is at 5.10, a whip of 1.13, but when your ERA is north of 5, you shouldn't be a silver. I'll put him at a 77. That's a bronze. It's a -2. Now to the Oakland Athletics. We're going to Stephen Vogt. He's jumped his average up from on the low 260s at the beginning of the month of July. Now he's up to 288. I say a +1, maybe even a +2. Increase that contact. Having a very good year for the A's, especially for a catcher. It's hard to find good hitting catchers. He's one of them. Now we're going on to the Mariners. We're going to a starting pitcher. We're going to Mike Montgomery. He's a 75 overall. We're going to go a +2. He'll stay a bronze. He struggled a little bit in his last start, but his ERA is still down at 2.34, and like I said, a whip of only 1.09. It's a very good whip. It's not the largest sample, but we're going to go +2, 77, still a bronze. Now to the Texas Rangers, we're going to their ace, Cole Hamels. His ERA for the year is at even 3.00. However, in his last start against one of the best teams in baseball, the Cubs, 8 innings, 1 run, but it was unearned, so 0 earned runs. Pitching better, I say a +189 overall. He should be. I said a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, he should get an upgrade. I still believe it. Let's go to an 89. We're now going to the Astros, and I've mentioned in the past, George Springer has 20 dingers. He's played a lot better since moving to the leadoff spot. Increased power versus right to about a 77, 78. He goes to an 87 overall. Now we're going to the Atlanta Braves. We're going to Julio Teheran. I'm going to make him a gold. I think it's time the Braves get a gold. I think it's Teheran. His ERA is 2.79. His whip is 0.95. Both of those are outstanding, especially the whip. A whip under 1 for a starter is outstanding. +2, he's a gold. Not sure how much longer he'll be on the Braves. He might get traded at the trade deadline, but right now, he's on the Braves. Make him a gold. Make him the most expensive Brave. If you have him, good for you. Now to the Marlins. We're going to Jose Fernandez. I think he should get an upgrade. His ERA this year is 2.53, which is really solid. I mean, that's pretty fair for a 95 overall. However, his Ks per 9 is 13.30 and for a starter, that's borderline for like the all-time record for Ks per 9. If you're close to breaking an all-time record, your Ks per 9, 92 is outstanding. I think that should be like a 97, 98, 99. For his K per 9, I say make him to a 96 overall, gets an upgrade. This year for me, I used him for a few games. He's been the favorite pitcher I have used this year. Starting pitcher, I should say. Now to the Washington Nationals. We're going to catcher Wilson Ramos, having one of the best years for catcher. I said Votes having one of the best years. I think Ramos is probably having the best. I don't know if you guys think anyone else is having better. Put in the comments down below. Also, if you have anyone else that I missed, put them in the comments. I like to see what you guys say, and I use them in future videos. But like I said, Ramos, he's in 327 this year. 13 dingers. Both are great. His contact tools, 327. That's better than Bogarts by about 13 points. Boost that up. We're going to make him an 84. I could even say 85. Borderline 84, 85, whatever you want to go with. I'm gonna say a silver. He's going to be an 84, but definitely needs to get an upgrade. We're going to the Mets. We're going to Curtis Granderson, the Grandy Man can. Now, he does have solid power at 64, 56, but he does have 16 home runs. Increase those a little bit, maybe like 70 and 60. He's now a 76 overall. He's still a bronze, but he should get a little boost in power. Now to the Phillies. We're going to Freddie Galvis. I've mentioned him in the past that he can't hit for contact. He still can't hit for contact. He's in 229. His contact total should be in like the low 50s to upper 40s when you're at 229 average. I say he gets a downgrade of -1. He is now a bronze. Now we're going to the Cubs. We're going to an all-star. We're getting a downgrade. Addison Russell. He was a fan-voted all-star, so grand salt. He's an all-star, but he was an all-star. He's only hitting 239. Again, I mean, like I said with Galvis, when you hit 229, your contact total should be in the low 50s. Well, his contact totals are in the upper 60s or low 50s in 239. I'll be generous and just say a -1, but decrease the contact tool. Now to the Cincinnati Reds, we're going to pitcher Brandon Finnegan. I think he should get a downgrade. His ERA this year is 4.66, a whip of 1.42. I know he struggled. Just a couple starts to really hurt those numbers. He's still a young guy, fresh out of college. I believe he was part of that Cueto trade that they got from the Royals. I say we just go with -1, staying a silver, but a downgrade nonetheless. Now we are going to the Brewers. We're going to pitcher Jimmy Nelson here. His ERA this year is 3.39. Not the best whip, but I think it's a little bit of luck he's getting these guys out. But he's getting guys out, 3.39 ERA. I give him a +1, make him an 80 overall. Now we're going to the Pirates. We're going to be looking at shortstop Jordy Mercer. Jordy this year is hitting 278 total, but look at his contact versus right and left. There's a huge split. So I looked at his contact versus right stats. He's in 270. That's not bad. So I say increase that a little bit. Make him, I'd say 75, maybe even 76, but I'm going to say a 75, a +2 overall. Now to the Cardinals, we're going to Carlos Martinez. Carlos this year has a 2.85 ERA, a whip of 1.16. I say a +1, just short of a gold. A few more good starts. He's back to a gold where he was early in the year. I'm putting him at an 84 overall. Now to the Diamondbacks. We're going to Jake Lamb. I know you guys mentioned him last week. Can't ask you forgot Jake Lamb. Jake Lamb's having a great year. You're right. It's this week. It's time to shine. +2 overall, 84. He's hitting over 300 to 301 average, and 21 dingers, coming out of nowhere, becoming a great player for the Diamondbacks in an otherwise down year for them. Now to the Rockies. Carlos Gonzalez, Cargo. I know his splits on the home and the road are outrageous, like he just kills cores, but that doesn't matter for this. His splits versus Rays and lefts do. Kind of like when I mentioned with Jordy Mercer. Well, I looked at Cargo's left-handed stats. He's hitting 267 with a 505 slugging. That's not bad. 267's pretty solid, better than 48 contact. Does have 7 dingers and limited at-bats versus lefties. +2 overall, increased contact and power. He's an 89 overall. To the Dodgers, looking at Justin Turner. This is a very interesting card. Based off your attributes, he looks like he's a guy who can hit for good contact, but not a lot of power. However, this year he's in 266 with 15 home runs. I can almost rationalize lowering the contact for each down by 10 and maybe adding the power each by 10. So that can fluctuate his overall depending on what they change it. Overall, I'm going to say a -1, but this is a really interesting card where his contacts and power should be kind of almost flip-flopped. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, those two are just very odd how they're put out. We'll see on Friday, but I think he could get a change. He may just stay the same overall and they just change different stuff in him. We're moving on to the Padres. We're going to their best hitter. Pomeranz has been traded, so he will not be on this collection probably on Friday. So if you're waiting to do the collection, you don't have Pomeranz, don't worry about it. He is going to the Red Sox. And they're not getting back a major league player in return. But Will Myers this year has 20 home runs. And his power is only at 78 and 67. To give that slight increase, we're going to make him an 86 overall. And to finish up, we're going to the San Francisco Giants. We're going to Madison Bumgarner. His ERA is at 2.12. His WHIP is at 0.98. Based off that, you can increase walks per 9. You can increase even hits per 9. Probably mostly walks. And based off his ERA, maybe increase hits per 9 a little bit, home runs per 9 based off that. I say a 95. He's having a great year. He's one of the best pitchers in the game. He should be higher than a 94. But that's it for all the teams, guys. Like I said, I want to know in the comments down below if I missed someone on your favorite team or if you think I just missed someone on another team. Let me know. Or if you agree with it, let me know in the comments down below. If you did like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.